Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Excuse my dog barking in the corner over there. We'll just wait see if a few more people join, and then I'll introduce myself. See if there's any names I recognize. Hi. Hello. All right, I think the people coming in have slowed down a little bit. So, good morning, everybody. My name's Amy. I've taken over Fit and Well this morning, and we're going to do some yoga this morning, yoga and breathwork. It's going to be about half an hour. Just so that you know, after this live is done, if you want to go back and try it again, then it'll be on the IGTV of the Fit and Well Instagram and also their YouTube channel as well. If you want more information about them, go to fitandwell.com. So like I said, I'm Amy Miller. I am a yoga and well-being coach. And this morning we're going to do some breathwork and yoga to fire up the core. All you need is a mat. So we will start. I do need to turn off the comments because apparently with all the comments coming up, sometimes you can't see what's going on. So I'm just going to turn off the comments now, guys. Turn off commenting. There we go. All right, so hopefully you can all see me fine. So grab your mats and we're going to start seated. So come into a comfortable cross-legged position. In fact, it doesn't actually have to be cross-legged. If you find this uncomfortable, you can kneel, you can even have your legs out in front of you. It doesn't really matter. You can even lean against a wall if that's more comfortable, because we'll be here for a minute or two. And then close your eyes. Or just lower your gaze, soften your gaze, whatever feels right this morning. And we're just going to start to try to shift from external to internal a little bit. So become aware of your body, the shape that your body is making on your mat. Become aware of the pressure. Maybe you can feel your sit bones on the floor, maybe bony ankles digging into the floor. Just start to become hyper-aware of any sensations and feelings that arise as you become still. Make sure that you've got a nice balance in your posture of being alert but relaxed. So if you do a nice deep breath in and raise yourself up through the crown of the head, and then as you exhale deeply, you can relax the shoulders away from the ears. So do that a couple more times. Nice deep breath, lift yourself up through the crown of the head. And exhale, relax the shoulders away from the ears. Let's do that one more time. Inhale deeply. And exhale. So now that we've got that lovely balanced posture, just let your breath return back to its natural rhythm. So you're just watching each inhale and each exhale come and go naturally. Now from this point, you're going to start to lengthen your breath gradually. So each round of breath is slightly longer than the one before. Breathing in and out through the nose if you can. So after, say, 3 or 4 rounds of breath, you'll probably be breathing as deeply as you can. I don't want you to feel like it's being forced or strained in any way, but we're taking much deeper breaths than we were at the beginning. And because we're working on the core this morning, we're going to start to really use the tummy muscles as we breathe. So being a lot more active than we normally would. So as you inhale, you're going to press the tummy away from you, really broadening and expanding the belly. And then as you exhale, you're drawing that navel back in towards the spine. So you're not just softening and retracting, you're actually contracting those muscles a little bit. So as you inhale, press the belly away from you, really expand. And as you exhale, draw the navel in towards the spine. So let's do that a few more times. So we're really bringing awareness into the core muscles which we're going to be using this morning. I would say maybe 4 or 5 more rounds of this really deep and active breath. Let's do a couple more. So at the end of your next exhale, just release control over that breath. Let it return back to its natural pace and rhythm. And then if you've had the eyes closed, you're going to gently flutter those eyes open. Having the hands on the knees, we're going to start with some seated cat-cows. If I turn sideways, you'll probably be able to see a little better. So you're going to pull the knees backwards to allow the chest to come forwards. You might even let the head drop back. And then you're going to press the knees forwards to rock back onto your tailbone, really tucking the chin in. So as you inhale, you're drawing the chest forwards, really opening the heart. And exhale, rounding the back as much as you can. Let's do that a few more times. Inhale forward, exhale back. Keep going. For the last couple of times, we're going to use the arms as well. So have the arms parallel to the floor. Inhale, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Exhale, rock back onto the tailbone. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders. Exhale, rock back onto the tailbone. And then come back to a neutral spine and release the legs out from underneath you. So they're quite far away and the soles of the feet are really connected to the floor. And then you're just going to round the spine and sort of just loll over your legs so that you've got a lovely stretch into the back muscles, into the back of the neck. So hold it here for a few rounds of breath, almost as if you're sort of rounding over a beach ball. And then you're going to lift yourself up, but keep that feeling of rounding over the beach ball. So you've tucked the tummy in and you're rounding the back. And then very slowly, you're going to start to roll down through the spine. If you want to, you can straighten the legs. That's going to make things a little bit harder, but go as slowly as you can. There will be a point at which you want to speed up probably, but try to go the same speed the whole way. It's that bit where the middle back flattens to the floor. That's always the hard part. Slowly, slowly, slowly. After the middle back, the shoulder blades. Then the rest of the shoulders. And then finally, the back of the head will meet the floor. And if you haven't already, you're straightening the legs and you're going to take the arms up above you. And where we've been working to contract those core muscles, we're now going to work to stretch. So you're going to lengthen the body as much as you can. Push your way through the heels, reach through the fingertips. And we'll come into a supine palm tree pose. So you're going to take hold of the right wrist with the left hand and draw the body to the top left corner of your mat and walk your feet to the bottom left corner of your mat. So you've created a banana shape and the right side of your body is the long side of the banana. And then as you inhale, you can gently pull on the right wrist if you want to, if you're feeling a little bit like there's some more space to stretch into. And you can also cross the right over the left ankle. Let's take a couple more breaths here. And then shift yourself back to the center, uncross everything. Just take a moment, pause, see if you can notice any differences in feeling from left and right side of the body. And then we'll do the same on the other side. So left wrist with right hand, creating your banana shape. So the left side of the body is the long bit of the banana this time. And again, as you inhale, you can gently pull on that left wrist if you want to. Taking a couple more breaths. And then bringing yourself back to center. Give yourself one last really deep stretch. And then as you exhale, you're going to draw those knees into the chest, holding them with the arms. Give yourself a little rock from side to side. And then coming into into what we would call a dead bug position. So if you're a gym bunny, you'll know what this means. What I want you to do is focus on drawing the navel down towards the spine. So when we start moving the arms and legs, I want you to focus on your lower back and make sure that it's not lifting away from the floor, okay? So your fingertips reach up towards the ceiling, your knees are stacked directly on top of the hips. Don't let them come past that point, otherwise you're going to lose the activation in the tummy. As you inhale, take your right arm behind you, your left leg out in front, and then as you exhale, bring it back to your starting point. Go the other side. So remember, focus on your lower back, make sure it's not shifting and lifting. Come back to your starting point. First side, right arm, left leg. Come back to center, change sides, come back to center. Now we're going to do 2 more, and you can do them exactly like that if you want to, or we're going to do both arms, both legs together, really focus on that lower back, come back in, and either you're doing the other side or you're doing the same again, both arms, both legs. See if you can pause it there, bring it back in, and give yourself another hug. And then we're lengthening out again. So same thing again, we've contracted the core, now we want to lengthen those muscles. So you're making yourself as long as you possibly can. Push through the heels, reach through the fingertips. And we're going to come up the way we came down. So imagine that you have got that beach ball on your belly and you're wrapping your arms over it and you're peeling yourself up. So back of the head comes off, shoulders come off, shoulder blades come off, middle back, upper back. Keep rounding over your beach ball so you're stretching out the back muscles at the same time, and eventually you'll come back to seated. Keep that roundness in the spine, bend those legs again just like we did at the beginning, and then fold over. So you're allowing those back muscles to really stretch without having to use the core this time. Taking a few breaths here. Now keep those legs exactly as they are. As you inhale, raising the arms up to the ceiling. As you exhale, bring the hands to the floor so the fingers face towards your bottom. Inhale, lift the hips nice and high. You come into a reverse tabletop. You can have the head back, but don't let it completely drop. You want to hold it in space. And then you're going to drop those hips back down. See if you can bring them between the hands. Inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, you're going to fold over. This time you have straight legs, or as straight as you can. We're going to keep flowing. So as you inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, come into your reverse tabletop. Exhale, come down. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold over. We're going to do that twice more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, inhale, exhale. Last time, guys. Inhale, reverse tabletop. Exhale, inhale, and exhale. And we're going to pause here in our forward fold. Take 2 or 3 breaths. And then use your inhale, bring yourself upright. You're going to want to lean back a little bit so you can lift those legs off. So we've come into a little half boat. We're going to pause here for a minute. The more you lean back, the harder for you this is going to be. So it depends on how energetic you're feeling this morning. Make sure that lower belly is nicely drawn in towards the spine. And then we're going to cross those legs and pull them in towards the body as tight as you can so that you can roll over and come into your tabletop position. So your shoulders are on top of your wrists and your hips are on top of your knees. And the dead bug position applies, we just happen to have flipped the body over. So you want to draw that navel in towards the spine, make sure that you're not really rounding and arching the back, you want to keep that spine stable. As you inhale, we're raising the right arm and the left leg off the floor. Now make sure that your left toes are pointing directly down towards the floor because we want to work the obliques on this one. We're going to take the arm out to the side and the leg out to the side, but when you take the leg out to the side, make sure those toes are still pointing directly down. And then bring them back in And then rounding the spine as if in a cat pose, you're drawing the nose as close to the knee as possible. And then we come back to our starting point. Keep that belly really drawn in. So we open, left toes point directly down. We close, and then we round. Squeeze that core. Lengthen again. We're going to do one more time. Out, in, and squeeze, and come back to your tabletop. Let's swap sides. So left arm, right leg, toes pointing directly downwards. Take it out to the side, take it in, and round, nose to knee. Extend, out to the side, in, and round. Last time, lengthen, out, in, and round, and come back to your tabletop position. Tucking the toes under, pressing the bottom down towards the heels, so you're stretching out those toes. And then on your next inhale, coming into your downward facing dog. And just allow yourself a little time here. Make sure that you're not crunching the shoulders up towards the ears. There's plenty of space. And you can walk through the feet if you want to. Get a bit of length into the backs of the legs. And then you're going to walk the feet nice and slowly in towards the hands. So you may well have needed to let go of the floor, that's totally fine. In your forward fold, if it feels good to take hold of an elbow in each hand, then do. Let the head be heavy, arms be heavy, and you can just dangle. If you want to, you can rock gently from side to side. It's up to you. And then release the arms. Give a little soft bend in the knees. As you exhale, draw the navel in towards the spine, we're going to roll up. So again, we're allowing time for the back muscles to stretch as we unfurl. And eventually you're going to come all the way to stand, and you're going to bring the arms with you. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach tall. And exhale, folding all the way back into your standing forward fold. Inhale into a half forward fold. And exhale, right leg steps back. Coming back into downward facing dog. And then shifting into plank. And it's up to you if you take a full or a half chaturanga. So knees up or knees down. I'll do knees down. Totally up to you what you choose. And then maybe a sphinx, maybe a cobra, maybe an upward facing dog, depending on how you're feeling this morning. And then come back to your downward facing dog. Step your right foot forwards. Your left foot will fold. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale again. Exhale to fold. Inhale, half fold. Exhale, left leg steps back this time. Shifting into downward facing dog. And plank. And full or half chaturanga. Inhale, open your chest. And exhale, come back to your downward facing dog. Step your left foot forwards, right foot folds, inhale, and exhale. All right, inhale. Exhale to fold. Inhale, half fold. Exhale. Right leg steps back. This time, as we inhale, we're going to sweep up to a high lunge. And use our exhale to open to warrior two. So you can shift the feet around as much as you need to so that you're comfortable in the hips. Your chest is open to the long end of your mat now. I'm going to take the arms behind us and clasp the hands together. So you're really squeezing the shoulder blades. As you inhale, straighten the leg and lift the toes off the floor, left toes. And as you exhale, rebend. Inhale. Exhale. Again. Exhale. Last time. Exhale. We're going to stay here. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades. Lift up through the crown of the head. Keep the core nice and firm as you fold over into your humble warrior. You're drawing the arms away from the spine as much as you can. If you are flexible enough to bring the torso to the thigh, don't rest on the thigh. Come a little to the side, so you're holding your body in space. So you're working on your strength and not just dumping into your flexibility. Hold it here. One more deep round of breath. Now keep the legs exactly as they are, but let go of the arms. Bring the hands to the floor and then walk them around. So you're framing your left foot with both hands. Your right heel is lifted. You're going to shift your weight into your left leg and raise the right one. As you exhale, you're going to drop really nice and low. So you're going to see if you can tap your right knee to the back of your left heel. And then you're going to lift again. And then with control, we want lots of control. So slow motion, you're going to land that right foot back down to the floor and step back into downward facing dog. And we'll take Vinyasa. So come into plank, come through your full, your half chaturanga, open your chest, and come back to downward facing dog. Step your right foot forwards, left foot. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale. And exhale, fold. Inhale, half fold. Exhale, left leg steps back this time. And as we inhale, we're coming up to our high lunge. Use your next exhale to open to warrior two. Pause here. It's very easy in Vinyasa to want to rush from one posture to the next. And then take the hands behind you, clasp again. Maybe clasp in this slightly awkward way. So you're just keeping yourself on your toes. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Straighten the leg, lift the toe. And bend. And straighten. And bend. Twice more. This last time, we're going to stay with a nice bent leg. Really squeeze those shoulder blades together. Keep that chest open. And then start to fold over into your humble warrior. Arms are working away from the spine. We're nice and low in the legs. Tune back into your breath as we find a little pause here. And then with control, try not to let those arms ping away from each other. Let go. Bring the hands to the floor and then walk them around so you're framing the right foot. Lift the left heel. Shift the weight into the right leg. Raise the left leg. And then we're really challenging the strength of our standing leg. We're dropping it low, low, low. Pause. Lift back up. Set that foot behind you with control. And we'll take Vinyasa on this side. So coming into your downward dog, into plank, chaturanga. Open the chest. Come back to your downward dog. Left foot forwards. Right foot folds. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale to fold. Now you're going to step back with whatever foot will mean that when you turn you can still look at me. Because everybody is going to be in slightly different positions. So you're facing the long end of your mat in a wide-legged forward fold. Hands come directly underneath your shoulders And for a moment, we'll pause here, stretching out the backs of the legs. Take a couple of breaths. Now we're going to heel toe those feet a little bit closer so that we can then drop the left shin to the floor and take the right leg out to the side. So the sole of the foot is rooting down. And then we're going to rise up with the arms. As you exhale, right arm comes down, left arm comes over. And then come back to your starting point. And then go the other way. Come to center. And again, leaning towards the leg. Open. And away from the leg. Now we're going to pause here. Make sure that that tummy is really engaged. You're going to join this right arm with the left one. So you'll feel that tummy kick in a little bit harder. Press the right foot down into the floor. Left shin down into the floor. Really engage the belly. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Land the left hand down towards the floor. And you're going to slide the left leg to meet the right one. So now you're in your side plank. And I can see from my camera that I'm too long on my right side and too short on my left. You want to try to have even length, both sides of the body. That's going to be harder, guys. If you want to have a little play here, raise a leg, come into a tree, lift it up, whatever feels good. Depending on how energetic you're feeling, hold it here for 3, 2, and 1. Roll back into plank, drop the knees down, come into extended child. Couple of breaths here. Come back to tabletop, back to downward facing dog. Your left foot steps forwards to turn again. So you're still facing me, you still have wide legs. You're folding over for a couple of breaths. And we're going to heel toe those feet inwards again. This time the right shin comes down to the floor, left leg extends, the whole of the sole of the foot is rooting down, rising up. Exhale, left arm comes down, right arm comes over. Come to center. Swap sides. See if you can make a nice long line between the left fingertips and the left foot, center. Taking it over towards the left leg, center, and away from the left leg. Pause here. Really engage that tummy. Raise that right arm. Feel those muscles engaging. Pressing down into the floor with whatever is touching the floor. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back. Well done. Bring the right hand to the floor. Left arm lifts. And we're going to take that left leg and right leg together. Make sure that you're equal lengths, right and left side of the body. Feel free to have a play with the top leg if you want to. If you prefer, that right knee can come down. Take a little effort away. Hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Turn to face the mat and come back to extended child. So really tune into your breath now in your child's pose. We've done all the hard work. Notice what's happened to your heart rate, to your breath. And really enjoy the process of your body unwinding from that. So you'll notice the breath start to slow down. Heart rate start to slow down. And then, so as not to get head rush, don't come up too quickly. Push yourself to kneeling and make your way into Shavasana. So you can come into full Shavasana if you want to, but if you have any issues with the lower back, then I would suggest effortless rest where the knees are bent. So feet are wide and knees fall in towards each other. So you're just taking a little strain away from the back muscles. If you prefer to have long legs, have long legs. It's totally up to you. But try whatever you're doing to have balance between left and right side of the body. Have the shoulders drawn away from the ears, palms facing up towards the ceiling so that that chest can open naturally. Feet falling away from each other. And close your eyes. We're going to take a long, deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And again, inhaling through the nose and out through the mouth. Let it all go. Last time. And then let the lips gently come together. So you continue to breathe in and out through the nose. Take a moment to check in with your body. Notice any shifts that have happened between now and half an hour ago. No judgment, no criticism, no labels. Just awareness for the sake of awareness. Nothing more, nothing less. So if you have nowhere to go and nothing to do right now, feel free to stay in Shavasana for as long as you want. But if you are moving into the rest of your day, then take your time to start moving the body again. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. And then rolling onto one side. And gently press yourself back up to seated. Bring your hands together at your heart for a moment. Press the palms together. Drop the forehead to meet the fingertips. Thank your body for what it's just done. Namaste. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm going to turn the comments back on quickly. So if you want to just wave to say goodbye, that would be amazing. I hope that everyone enjoyed that. And hopefully I'll see you soon. All right, bye. Thank you guys, bye.